Hello, New Life. My name is Zach. I'm one of the pastors here, and I'm on the Zoom call with Cindy. And Cindy is pursuing membership, and we're just excited to welcome her to be a member of New Life. So, Cindy, hi. We're glad you are here.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks.
So, tell us how long you've been attending New Life.
Well, just a month actually.
Yeah,
1 month.
that is crazy. So, I've been at New Life for almost 7 years. So, you're probably the quickest person to become a member of New Life in my 7 years, which I'm excited. That is awesome. And you've jumped in. You've not just jumped in the pool. You've jumped into the ocean here, and it's been fun to watch. Just grateful for your member, for you part of our church and helping us, and you serving and stuff. Excited about that. You finished Next Steps. What was the most helpful thing for you as you went through Next Steps?
Well, for me, since I'm coming from out of state, and n- news, the next steps was great to learn about the church, hear from the pastors, hear from yourself and Maureen and the community. That's big, is having a community and just getting to know a few people, and also the shape assessment was great to hear, because we change.
Mhm.
Our assessment changes over the years as your faith grows, and just to see where I was at, compared to a couple years ago when I took it. So
Yeah.
overall, it was a great experience, to go through that class.
That's great. And it was fun to have you through it. And she says, if you don't know, Sandy's talking about in week 3, we do this shape assessment, which kind of helps you figure out your personality, your gifts, your passions that might be a good place for you to serve. And so it's a great assessment just to kind of create some conversations. And so what's one thing God's teaching you in your life right now?
Get out of my comfort zone. um, we like to sit in what we know and what feels good. And that's part of the reason why I moved to Tucson, is God has been put on my heart for the last probably 6 months that it was time to move on from the church that I was at, and to bring what he has taught me somewhere else. Um, Going through leadership programs, coaching at another church, um, what I've learned and how I discipled people, it was time to see where I can fit in another church and help there.
Yeah. Well, we're grateful that you're here, and you've already taught me things that I've enjoyed our relationship and our friendship and stuff. So we're glad you're here, and glad God's pushing you outside your comfort zone. And those are not sometimes those aren't fun moments, but
Well,
they're
that
so
was a
good.
big move. I mean, to
Yeah,
leave, another state to go to a different state, that was big. That was really out of my comfort zone.
yeah.
So,
But it's amazing when God does in those moments in our own faith and wherever He leads, like that sense of just surrender. Like, God, if I follow you, are you really going to show up? Are you really going to be good? Um, I hear what you're asking me to do, but it's scary. And so it's been fun. It's fun to hear parts of your story, Cindy, where you were willing to surrender, even though it was a little scary for you.
yeah.
And watching what God has done through that. Yeah. What excites you about being part of New Life and being part of our church as a member here?
Well, I'm just excited where God has in store for me. I'm excited to bring my experience that I have to New Life and see where I can help. I'm a When I volunteer, I'm all in. I do jump in the ocean. I don't just tip my toe in. I'm all in. It's my church, and um, I'll do whatever I can to help where needed. If that means cleaning a toilet or greeting somebody at the door, I'm all in.
It's great. Um, what about so you've been here for like a month basically. I think 5 weeks you've been here,
Yeah.
which is great. Um, what would you tell somebody who, if they maybe this is their first weekend or their first time they've been here, or maybe they've been here for 50 years and they feel maybe disconnected? Someone who's attending New Life who feels disconnected, what would you say to them?
Mm. Well, newcomers, obviously, it's always go to the next step.
Mm.
It is, it gives you a direction. It gives you uh, the ability to find out about the church, what is offered at the church. Um, Somebody who's been at the church for a long time, there's something that's keeping them back from being more involved within the church. I think at times there's people who are scared. They're afraid if they only knew what I did. Well, we all have a story, and we've all have done things that we're not proud of, but your story may touch somebody
Mm.
that really needs to hear you. And getting in a community group is huge because you build that relationship, you build trust, and really you just don't know who you're going to touch.
Mm.
So it's get out of your comfort zone and take that leap of faith.
Yeah,
God's got you.
yeah. You're learning that right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
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 Has has God been good to you in that moment, these moments?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've learned over the years that if you don't listen to God, He's going to make you listen.
Mm.
And I've learned the hard way. And now, if I don't do something by the third time He's asked me to do something, I'm going to know it. And so
Yeah.
I've surrendered to that. And I just, as God calls me, I listen and I do.
Mm.
So it's been very rewarding. I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed by that.
Right. I just appreciate what you say. Where and the same is true, right? If you're brand new to New Life or you've been here for 50 years, it takes a step sometimes. It takes
Yeah.
a step to engage. And like we would say, the best thing you could do is join next steps and we'll help create a pathway for you. But I don't know what it might be for you if you're watching this, that you'd be willing to take a step outside your comfort zone and to engage in the life of the church and watch what God does and watch how he shows up in ways that you might not expect, that's the best part. And it's scary and it's hard, but it's so worth it. And so, yeah, did you want to say something?
No,
No.
absolutely. And it's what you said. It's just so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So, well, Cindy, we are so glad you've been here for 5 weeks or however long it's been when we watch this. But we are so grateful for you being part of New Life. You've already jumped in, you're engaged, you're serving and getting involved there. And we are excited for what God has, the good work that He wants to do in you, and also the good work He wants to do through you. And so, welcome to New Life and being part of our church. So, welcome and thank you.
Thank you.